Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and today I got a cool announcement. I saw this video that Fly put up, that Gaijin put up on machine guns, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I began to wonder and speculate and ask questions, as I'm sure many of you are doing as well. But what we're looking at right now is an M3 American light tank firing what appears to be the top-mounted machine gun and a coaxial machine gun. So it looks like only two machine guns are firing, both of which are 30 caliber machine guns, so between 7 and 8 millimeters. And keep in mind that there are a couple of other machine guns on this tank, and it's forward facing, but they're not firing. So I'm not entirely sure what it means, or if they will be able to fire, or if all machine guns will be able to be fired, or if some will just kind of be cosmetic and superficial. But I think it's kind of cool. First off, because World of Tanks doesn't have machine guns. If you're going to be competing with other people, I think it's always good to have like a little bit of innovation, stuff that you can show off that other games and competitors don't really have. You know, that's that's one of the reasons why I encourage the idea of flame tanks. So I think that's pretty controversial. And as some people put out, you know, what if my game just crashes and my frames drop to crap? But anyway, so what we're looking at right here is some video of the M2 medium tank, also a new American tank that's probably going to be coming out with patch 1.45, hopefully soon, trademarked obviously. But this thing, this brings up a question like, how many machine guns are we going to be able to fire? Because this one can carry 7 to 9 different machine guns. That's pretty ridiculous. And here what we're looking at is a T-35 firing its two 45mm turrets, its 76mm turret, as well as two machine gun turrets. All 5 of those turrets fire in this video. I think that's pretty awesome. So you can kind of see how, you know, we're going to be able to use a lot of different weapon systems in War Thunder. Here you're going to get to see M103, also a new American tank, with a mounted machine gun on the top. And earlier we saw the M3, and the machine gun mounted on the top of the turret was firing. So it makes you think that we're going to be able to fire these kinds of machine guns. Now, the ones that are mounted on the top of the turrets, I wonder if those are going to be like an upgraded attachment or an upgraded module for tanks. Like, say after a certain amount of, you know, experience in unlocking various modules for whatever reason, you'd finally be able to unlock that. And I think that would be kind of cool. And if you look at some of the tanks existing in the game, you see that the T-54 here already has a machine gun mounted on the top, and Stugs in particular have this plate where I believe it was a remote controlled machine gun, or basically you could control the machine gun from within inside the tank destroyer. You could fire that machine gun on the top, but here there's no machine gun there, so you know, I wonder if you could upgrade that. And then here's something interesting, the BT-7 with a rear facing machine gun. I don't really know if you'd ever be able to use those. A lot of Soviet tanks have them. And also you can see that we have machine gun stats for both the Radio Man and the Commander. And I think this is kind of interesting. When we look at the M3 firing the machine guns earlier, only 2 were firing. And of the tank crew, only 2 of them have machine gun statistics, right? The Radio Man and the Commander. So I wonder how that really works, because the Radio Man could be firing the coaxial mounted machine gun or a hole mounted machine gun as they normally would, and maybe the Commander is the one responsible firing the machine guns mounted on the top of the turret. I'm not sure, that's just guesswork, and I'd like to get your opinions and thoughts on this because it's kind of fun. I really enjoy the curiosity and the wonder attributed to stuff that's going to be launched in the future. I like to speculate. You guys know my style. I put out a video a long time ago, which is the links in the video description, on infantry, right? And we'll get to that in a moment. But what's the purpose of these machine guns? Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, if I'm driving a Tiger, how are you going to penetrate me with your 50 caliber machine gun or whatever, right? So what's the purpose of machine guns? Well, first off, you're going to be able to deal with the self-propelled anti-aircraft artillery, especially the low tier stuff, the flak trucks, right, that the Russians and the Germans have. And if you look at the American low tier SPAA, they're going to have half-tracks armed with 50 caliber machine guns on them, right? So those things are going to be able to take some damage. There's some open turreted tank destroyers that you would be able to use your machine guns on as well, right? There's AI trucks, there's AI artillery and anti-tank guns and anti-aircraft artillery and stuff like that. So there's AI targets you'll be able to get as well, right? Well, I put out a video a long time ago on infantry, right? And these machine guns would be very, very good at dealing with infantry. And here you can see some pictures of some very detailed models of infantry. And I'm not sure what Gaijin and War Thunder have planned for infantry in general, but there's a lot of speculation and a lot of hope that we would get to play them at some point. Now that is so far away, like I don't even know if Gaijin's even planning on ever being able to play infantry. It would be cool if this game ever did get insanely successful. They could easily fund that, and that would probably just draw even more people, because it would basically be like Battlefield, but to the next level, you know, of where you get to kind of have this full experience of what war would be like during World War II. But I really wonder if maybe there'll be AI infantry, because the AI infantry react when you strafe at them and shoot at them and stuff like that, and some of the missions and just, you know, flying out by yourself, that you'll be able to see the infantry in. So I think that's kind of cool. And I do have some videos, and if you want to see some more videos on infantry, please check the video description below, because I put out videos on them, man, months to years ago at this point. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. It's kind of cool, you know. What's the purpose of machine guns in War Thunder? Obviously, you're going to be able to shoot at enemy aircraft, but if you got like a mounted 30 caliber or a mounted 50 caliber machine gun, you see how difficult it is to kind of shoot down planes unless you get a steady amount of ammunition on target. So it should be interesting. Anyway, make sure to pull the trigger on that like button, and please feel free to share the video with a friend that you want to get into War Thunder, or who is not aware that machine guns are coming to War Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron, and I thank y'all for watching.